So guys, today I teach you how to make 3D transform and transition effect with the help of HTML and CSS only, because it is a beginner to advanced class, so I have not to use JavaScript. So it is a programming language, so difficult to understand. So we have to go in VS Code, or I teach you how to make it. So I already write H1 heading 3D transform transition. Now I just need a div tag. Okay, in div tab I should write this is 3D animation. Animation is a different thing, okay, but just I trying to teach you that it's just like animation. Yeah, you can say that it is a effect. Okay, now we have to go in CSS, just select our div and start make changes. So first of all I have to set my background color so you can understand it where the changes took place. And now I have to set width and height, and the width should be 300 pixel and the height should be 200 pixel. Okay, now what would we need? Another thing, we need another thing. It is not a necessary, but for detail purposes, okay, so you can better understanding of it. Okay, now first of all, transform, not a transformer type transform, just transform. In transform I will teach you first translate. As you can see, there are four types of translate: 3D, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. If you want to use all of these, you just write translate and use commands in it, and mostly it will do for 2D effects. So translate, and in translate just remember, write down, mean to say that x-axis or y-axis. The first one is the x-axis. If I write it 50 pixel, it will go x-axis right side, and if I write -50, it will go left side of x-axis, as you can see. Or if I want to go y-axis, in second place I have write 50 pixel, it will go down, or if I write it -50, it will go up. So hope you understand it, x-axis and y-axis concept, that's all it. And if you want to go z-axis, what would happen? Let's see, if let me implicate it. Maybe it will not do this cue, because translate is used for 2D effects. Okay, now what would we have to do? We need to make sure that you know all of about transform you translate, and the second one and the most important one is rotate. In rotate, you can rotate it like 20 degree or 30 degree, x-axis, y-axis. No, negative, clockwise or anti-clockwise, because degrees work in clockwise and anti-clockwise. Okay, and same as it is transform. Now the other one is scale means you can make it bigger or smaller according to their actual size. If I write it 2, it will scale up x-axis on 2 times of its size, and if I write it 3, it will also scale y-axis 3 times on its actual size. So hope you understand it. Now you can scale x and y if you choose. For example, if I have to choose scale x, I just put x-axis, y-axis not work here. Or if I choose y-axis, only y-axis work, x-axis not work. Okay, just remember that. After that, the last one is the skew. And what would skew do? Just as you can see, make it parallelogram on x-axis. If I write it without comma, with comma, it will go for y-axis. That's all. So as it is, I try to make it comprehensive and small, so you cannot, so this video cannot bore you. Okay, now we will go for a matrix. Matrix mean we can use all these command in a combination. It is a shorthand, so I will not teach you right now, and you don't need it. Okay, so we should proceed to our next thing, which is transition effect. And how transition effect work? Okay guys, in transition effect, first of all is transition and transition delay. And why we use transition effect? We use transform effect to move the element in a similar way, or in a x-axis or y-axis. We use transform and translate. But in transition help us to make property look more smoother. What does that mean? It mean if I add a CSS property in it, it will make a smoother effect between them. It will link two elements with a smoother effect. That's all. You can say that is transition. Okay. So how can we use the transition effect? I will teach you. First of all, we have to go to this and we need an other div. So you can add two divs, or I think I will work with simple one. Okay. As I mentioned, need two elements. So we need a div hover effect. So it will link these two. Okay guys, width would be, I think so, 600 pixel. That's it. Okay, now we need to set transition, and the transition would be like that. I think so we should set width and then height. In transition, first value would be width, which is 2 seconds, and if there is something like height, if there is height, then you will set it to thing. But first of all, we have to learn about width. Okay, here is now the effect would take place like that. Okay, that is called transition. Now I have to teach you the other one, which would be width and height combined. So I have to add height 4 second, but as you can see, it will not show any height because I have to add height here. So it will take an effect. So it will always need a counter of it. So just remember that. Okay, now downward. I think so I should increase the height so you can see that difference clearly. Okay guys. Okay, and the ease effect, but I have to teach you other things, then we will go for ease effect. Transition timing function. What would a transition timing function do? There are many types, but mostly used in the ease linear and ease in ease out. So I will teach you how to use it. First of all, we need a transition width or height effect. I will only use width effect. I will remove the height effect so it cannot interfere with our understanding of transition. Okay guys, now we need a div where we implement it. So I just need a div. I can also implement it here. It is not a issue. Just like that, I have to write transition timing function, and it should be linear. And what would a linear function do? As you can see, go with the same speed. Okay, the difference only show when you compare it with other transition effect. Oh, so we have to create an other div, so it will make a difference between them. So first of all, copy it down, then we change it into classes. Okay, now I have to write a class which should be tor1, and the other should be tor2. Okay, tor2. Oh, br effect should, oh sorry, br tag should be, so make a difference between them. And in style, I have to copy it down. As you can know, work smart, not hard. In div, I just have to write dot tor1. Here I also add that tor1 dot tor1 because I am calling the class name tor2, and here I also have to write it tor2. Okay guys, should I change the colors? Yes, why not? You can change any color you want to change. Okay guys, now as you can see, these are both same, but here is the difference come in. Ease in. Now you can see that same speed, slow start, fast ending. Okay, ease out mean fast start, slow ending. That's all. Timing function. So after that, we have to a delay function, delay transition effect also. So I put it transition delay effect. I write it just transition, and it will show transition delay. 3 seconds. So what would happen? As you can see right now, 1 2, 3. Okay, hope you understand it. Now we have combined our transform and transition effects and make a cooler look so you can understand it better. So I have to remove all it so it cannot manipulate between them. Okay guys, 2 seconds. We also need an height, and height should be 3 seconds. And we need just one thing, and that is transform, and transform would be 2 seconds. Okay, sorry for that. 2 seconds. Let's see, we have to add height here. Sorry for that, I just removed it earlier. So that's it. Let's see. No, it will not take effect. Why it will not take effect? Because I have to add something here too. And what was that? When I hover over it, the transform should rotate. And how much rotate? 180 degree. Let's see. No, it will not take effect. Why would it not take effect? Just tell me. Because we have to rewrite it. Sometime a glitch would be happened. Like I said earlier, I will rewrite all the commands again. Now you can see the difference between them. 3 second, comma, height, 4 second, comma, transform, 3 second. Let's see. Okay, same code, nothing will be changed, just VS Code can't recognize the difference between them. It is a glitch in VS Code. Okay, so just remember that. And we also you do this, just add things right here. So I have to write it down again, or just copy it from here. So I just copy, paste, and also these 3 things. I think so, 2. Copy and paste it here. Let's see. Yeah, and we have to make it minus 180 degree as I mentioned earlier. Okay guys, you can use anything to do thing here to rotate, mean to say a picture, a image, a icon. It's depend on you. Okay guys, have a nice day.